I don't think men get enough credit for giving birth.
It does seem to be just spread your seed, and the woman will
You get
raise
in there,
the
you make the
kid.
baby. You're there in the delivery room. You're making sure everything goes well. You're
Right.
talking to the doctors. But no, the woman who's literally lying on her back is the
Yeah.
hero.
What happens after that while she's raising the baby? What do you think? The
Busting
hospital
his
bill didn't
ass.
come in?
Dealing with her complaining,
Right.
dealing with her post-mortem
How
depression.
does it eat? After the tit. Post-mortem depression.
After she dies.
Post-mortem. That's
She's got
great.
rigor mortis, she's so
Yeah,
depressed.
post-mortis. Corpus delecti. Yeah.
Only necrophiliacs deal with women who have post-mortem depression.
The women of course do their share, but isn't it? I look fondly back, and perhaps it's my demographic nowadays of watching an episode of I Love Lucy, and you see Lucy's giving birth. They don't show it, obviously. It was the 50s, but Ricky was just with the cigars, waiting with Fred in the waiting room. He wasn't in the delivery room with her. It was.
You'll see if you see a dad with a baby, and you sort of notice he has this off-looking glare where he's staring off into space. That's because he looked. He looked down. There's a green thing there.
You don't want to look, right?
You looked on the other side, and you see your wife's turgid vagina.
Oh.
With the pussy lips stretched out to carnival proportions.
Carnival.
Yes. That lady who gives birth. Step right up. And you see, like, the pussy lips are stretched to, like, the thinnest mouth on earth.
Oh,
with
my
the hair's all spread. And then there's this red, bloody head coming out.
Oh, crap.
You're like, I have to eat that ever again? No.
Yeah, that's what it is. There are certain things. What was it? Medusa's face, right?
Yep.
Certain things you just never
You get a boner
supposed to look
Actually, you do get a pretty stiff boner after you look at
at. Medusa's face.
That's your last boner
There
ever.
are certain things you just didn't look at. Remember, what was that? The first Indiana Jones, right? When he said, "Don't look, shut your eyes." And all the Nazis got the lightning bolts through them, and they were fine.
Yeah, you can't look.
Don't look at your
Men are
wife's
disturbed
vagina.
and I would kill for the old days where you just hang around with dudes in the waiting room.
Wait.
They're having kids too, and they're all friends. I have had my kids in New York. It was all Puerto Ricans. They're all 16. It's nothing to talk about. They didn't just not have a suit on. They didn't own a suit. So it's all these Puerto Ricans in sweatshirts, and I'm like, I guess I should go in there now, right? And,
Yeah.
gross.
There's always the in the old sitcoms like I Love Lucy. There was always the waiting room scene where the nervous first time dad is pacing back and forth. And then there was always the other guy that's just sitting there kind of reading the paper. And the guy's like, "How could you not be so nervous?" And he just has so many kids.
It'll work
It didn't
itself out.
matter. Yeah, he didn't care.
It was such a better family structure back then.
Everything.
Dude, I was at the airport picking up these two geriatrics, and
well,
as I'm walking towards baggage claim, all I see are huge, gorgeous tits, and they're on men.
oh God.
Just male tit after male, because
Your gender.
they're on a flight, so they're wearing their comfiest
assuming
shirt.
gender.
Yeah, I am assuming gender. I'm in a sea of tits. The only people that didn't make me sick
Movie.
were Orthodox Jews.
Yeah.
Orthodox Jews were in normal shape. They weighed a normal weight.
Yeah.
They had a
what
normal. And they weren't like, "Oh, what's going on?" Yeah, I don't mean like.
Where's my bag?
I just mean like I Love Lucy, but with yarmulkes.
Right, yarmulke's on. I get it.
Normal, happy families. with
Well,
normal
they
kids.
are
And
traditional.
they weren't wearing three-piece suits, but the moms even. I think Orthodox Jews these days, like the ones who got kicked off that plane, they're into like motorcycle jackets. They're kind of
Wow.
edgy and
I didn't
hip
see that.
and cool. And I'm seeing them in their kind of like Vans and hipster wear, but they're still clean, organized human.
And there's a
males.
family structure there.
Family structure,
is
no
adhered
tits
to.
except on her, and they're
Right.
big Jewish fucking tits are amazing.
They're there to feed the young Jewish children.
And occasionally be fun bags for the husband.
Right, for the husband every so often.
I just got so disappointed in white American males and black American males and Hispanic
Everything, just
American males.
American. I saw there's a story from United Airlines today. I'm sure you saw it. That is just another one of these diversity bullshit stories. But somebody sent me a picture then on Twitter of an airline from 1969, and you looked inside. Everyone was a suit and tie or a dress, and they were dressed to the nines. The stewardesses were giving people things. They're smiling. Thank you.
Use your
You
steel
couldn't
knife.
imagine a brawl breaking out on that plane. You just couldn't imagine it.
Unfathomable. The person would have to be possessed by Satan.
Right. They would be like, we don't even know what to do here. Obviously, Satan is in our airplane.
We got William Shatner staring at the window.
There's a
freaking
man
out.
on the wing. There has to be something because people don't just start fighting on an aircraft. Well, in 2021, it's
the
so
spirit.
common.
Now it's fucking
Right.
brawls.
It's so common that every day you could see a new video of people acting like savages on one of the greatest miraculous machines ever
That's
conceived.
a good point. It almost deserves more reverence than church. Like in church, going,
Yes.
thank you, God, for creating the universe. But you're also, I like to just look at the craftsmanship and be like, this is incredible. Like these stained glass and wow, the guys who built this, that is nothing compared to a flying building.
It's a fly.
And they're just like sitting there going, what'd you say? Fuck you!
Yeah.
You want to go right now? And we'll have to lower the plane, sir. Lower the fucking plane, motherfucker!
Why can't that snap in someone's head for a second and go, we are performing a godlike thing.
It's a miracle.
It's just all that separates us from God right now was enough time went by where we took it for granted. Like if you told people in the 1400s that we would be flying through the air on machines, like, oh, you're a god. Okay, we get it.
Dude, you tell me now.
Now it's
I'm blown
amazing.
away.
I'm constantly thinking about that while I'm in a plane. The
Or
engineering
even remember
behind
that engine that blew up a month ago? And they're like, no problem, we'll land it.
We got another. We
When
figured
it's
it
on
out.
fire, we're all gonna die.
I actually thought about this
We
if
have
it
a plan B.
happened.
Calm down, everyone.
Yes.
Ooh. Well, you have the cargo cult in Papua New Guinea where they see a plane and they go, this is the white man, he is a god. So then they lay sticks out on the dirt and they sit in it.
Like in the shape of a plane?
In the shape of a plane. And they wait for us to go like, all right, you're ready.
Oh, we're
And
gonna
bless them with the plane.
And then it turns into a plane.
And they just go to heaven, I guess. I don't
Have
know
they
where
ever
go.
heard of Bernoulli's principle of aerodynamics on a wing, the pressure at the bottom and top? And I don't think, maybe that's a good place to start.
You know what I want to do?
Paper airplane?
As soon as this guy dies and I get his
Oh,
inheritance,
God forbid.
I'm going to fly to Papua New Guinea and land a plane there and just be wearing all white and say, hello, we have arrived finally. Come with us. And then fly them to Times Square, like New York. Go, this is heaven. Welcome. Please, like get a white stand-up limousine at LaGuardia and then take them to hotels and only pay for 3 days.
Oh, my God.
And they're there with their spears for 3 days.
With a complete lack of understanding of anything they're saying.
Room service. Like,
Right.
you're in heaven.
You're in
Don't worry
heaven,
about it.
but then heaven's taken away in 3 days, and you have no idea what to do.
Get off this cloud. Eternity wasn't as long as you'd hoped for.
No.
And then they're just wandering around Times Square.
Can you do this when I'm alive?
Yeah,
you're
I
right.
think
It's
your
not
dad would
that
enjoy
expensive.
seeing it.
Like a plane, a Papua New Guinea, renting a plane, I'm seeing like
Costs that much?
40 grand.
I bet someone tried that already, and the second they stepped off, got bludgeoned about the head
Yeah.
until they were
You're
dead.
the wrong kind of cargo plane.
Right. It was
Oh,
not.
this is the enemy cargo plane.
Like, wait, but I don't. You knew as little about their shit as they knew about yours. You just thought it was a plane. But no, you're the
Oh
enemy.
no, the
plane.
brown ones are evil.
Yes.
It
So they
doesn't have the
bludgeoned
John.
him.
You know, there was that.
God.
There was a completely different religion where some guy named John Brown stumbled on some other island down there,
Oh, yes.
and it was like the Navy, and they were like,
Crazy.
"Hey, we took a wrong turn. What's going on?"
They
And
didn't
they go,
wanna hear
"You
it.
are gods." Like, well, thank you very much. Anyway, we're going to practice some of our routines because we got to do drill tomorrow, and then we're going to be out of here. You are gods. We need to learn routines. So then they like memorized their uniforms, and now they have like potato sacks and wood.
As like
And like,
army.
I am John Brown. Odo. And
It's like-
they practice the drill that guy
It's like
did.
that Star Trek episode where they turned into old Chicago gangsters because the guy left a book.
yeah.
Like, they're very imitative people, Captain. Wow, see? Man, Muggsy, see? Yeah, that
You're
was
right. Maybe we are gods.
Yeah, maybe we are. Why do we have to look at ourselves so negatively. Why do we have to set the bar so low? We are gods.
We are.
We've made machines that fly. We've crossed oceans that would consume.
You showed me
people.
that thing in Scotland. Instead of locks,
Is this amazing?
it picks up a boat and lowers it.
Yes, yes.
3,000 feet.
Yeah.
It's like a
With the
little,
water.
like a giant, like a Ferris wheel mechanism.
It's like a water wheel.
Yeah, a water wheel. Yeah, the wheel. And
Been there, I've seen it.
it's amazing. So,
Costs virtually nothing to run.
right.
Mom, no one
because
can
it
hear you without a
works.
microphone. There's a spot for you there with a mic.
Oh, yeah, you can sit on the couch.
You have
I
a
don't think
microphone.
too
there.
bad of things have happened on that.
But when you
It's
showed
a
me that
miracle.
video, I was Papua New Guinea, and I was like, they eat the poo poo. I am. You are a god.
Yeah.
Because I couldn't even follow the fucking video. You'll be
They
disappointed.
figured out a way to get like usually you have locks and you have to displace a lot of water to get one level to another, like the Panama Canal. The Pacific and Atlantic Oceans are at different levels, and in order to get from one to another, you can't just have a hill. Whee! It's not like that. You have to continuously drop the level for the ship. Takes a long time. They figured out how to do this with a wheel where they have sort of a Ferris wheel-like thing. You cruise your ship into what amounts to a giant bathtub
Right.
on one side. It then goes down, whoop, and you drive out.
And it uses no energy.
Because they figured out, they go, wow, it's going to take a lot of energy. At first, this is the trial and error portion many years ago, because this design has been around for a long time. But at first, they're like, what is it going to take to lift that much water up and then hold the brakes to keep the water? And they go, just put another one on the other side, dummy.
Like an
It
elevator.
evens it out, right? It evens out the weight. Now all you need really is enough to get it going and then enough to stop it. But with the equal amount of weight on each side, that doesn't take all that much energy. So it's an what's that? Please.
I've been there. I've seen it.
Oh my God.
It's because the Scots invented the
Yes.
modern world.
Scotland.
It's Scottish
So many
supremacism.
amazing
Their engineering
innovations
is
have come out of Scotland.
Fantastic.
It's just, I guess you're around long enough, you're going to build things.
Well, you get attacked
Amazing.
by the English for 700 years,
yeah.
and you end up like enjoying confrontation.
Yes.
Well,
And
I had
challenges.
an argument about Scots inventions with
Get closer.
a Greek guy.
Oh, boy.
I
Well,
was
they
saying-
invented fags.
Well, no. I'm arguing with this Greek, and I went through the number of things that the Scots have invented, and the Greek said, yes, but we invented sex. And the Scots guy says, yes, and the Scots introduced it to women.
That's a great.
Well, the Scots came up with the concept of, and I like, it's okay to say Scots, but it really is Westerners, but came up with the
Yes.
concept of separating church and state. And having,
really?
having a state that is independent of the deists and the faith people.
Mm-hmm.
We're getting back to that now. I think liberal politics is a religion now. Like with the Chauvin trial, Jesus could come back and say his knee was on his shoulder blade.
Yeah.
And they'd be like, fuck you, Jesus.
Racist
Allahu Akbar."
Jesus.
Yeah, chop his
Jesus is a racist. Yeah, that's what you'd hear.
There's no evidence that can shake them, which is what a Puritan, religious person
They
is.
shun evidence. They shun fact in favor of this illogical emotion. And then when you got the media feeding into that, when the facts then do present themselves to the jury or anybody else that's willing to look at the facts, and they render a decision, you then get the people that were pure emotion. Of course, they're going to go, well, there's your racist, corrupt system, because I heard for 2 years that this guy was murdered by this cop. And now, once again, the systemically racist white system has exonerated this murderer police officer. And you could almost not blame them. They're too stupid.
Sort of, yeah.
It's this stupidity. You're brainwashing someone. The second the George Floyd episode happened, the brainwashing starts. The media, Black Lives Matter, liberals, they all start brainwashing dumb people that are very impressionable, like the Star Trek Chicago people, and you make them believe the narrative. And then facts don't matter anymore. You could get the coroner's report that says this guy had fentanyl in him that would kill people, and you could tell them what reasonable doubt is, and the burden of proof on the prosecution.